especially blatant on drives to the rim.
First personal foul.
And Brent, when you talk about the best player in the league, Giannis has got to be in that conversation, correct?
Yeah, there's no doubt, Kevin. I mean, the numbers he puts up are incredible. It's how easily he dominates a game and just how unstoppable of a force he is. You know, there's so many teams out there trying to find answers for what Giannis is doing to them offensively, but how do you equip a defense to slow down the force that is Giannis Antetokounmpo?
And so it's Milwaukee with it. The Warriors making the shot. Outside Prince. Back to Lillard. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Over to the left wing. 6 to shoot. Releases. Warriors with the rebound.
Oh, can't punish the defense for leaving him open that time. That's a frustrating miss for a really steady jump shooter.
They kick it out to Green. From the wing. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Tough to contest that one. Draymond went right up into a one-piece shooting motion.
It's Giannis with the drive. That one's no good. 0 of 1 to begin the game. And it's Podziemski in the corner. Back to Green. That shot no good. Kuzma with the defensive effort. Prince in the corner. Here's Giannis. On the road looking for a win against a Western Conference rival. The Houston Rockets are getting ready for this thing to get started. Welcome to 2K Sports, bringing you the NBA. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, and we'll have David Aldridge filling us in from the sideline. Here's Thompson. It's hauled in by Gordon. Here's Denver now. And Clark, the Rockets, just one of a handful of franchises to win back-to-back NBA titles.
Can you believe that, Kevin? It was roughly 30 years ago that the Rockets did that, led by Hakeem Olajuwon, perhaps the best player in the league at that time. Of course, this was while Michael Jordan was retired from the NBA the first time.
And Brown pulls it down. And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for Denver. And it's blocked right out of the air and controls it. Here's Brooks. Set it up with the fake, but it's offline. First quarter, just over a minute played. Porter inside. Rockets with the rebound. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. Briefly spoke with David Adelman. I asked him how they plan on bottling up Jalen Green. Now, he said, we have to try and stay in front of him and protect the rim. Jalen is an explosive athlete and an incredibly crafty finisher around the basket, so keeping him out of the paint won't be easy. Guys, back to you.
Thanks, David. Kicks it out to Gordon. Trying to find Jokic, gets it to him. Over Şengün. And another miss by Denver. Green left side. And that one goes out of bounds. Nice touch by Porter.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
You know, fellas, 1 second quicker, and that's going the other way.
Can you believe that?
Turned up and turned out, throwing it down. Come on.
Here's Porter. Pass to Jokic. And Jokic slams it in.
And Joker doesn't get up too often, but when he slams it down, it feels like he's trying to bring the basket with him.
Jamal Murray is still an elite scorer, and Clarkie has fought through so many injuries.
And it's remarkable that he's as explosive off the bounce as he is after the injuries that he's dealt with. His ability to create a shot, especially at crunch time, one of the best in the league. The pull-up jumper, the teardrop, and the three, he's got all of those.
And it's Jokic missing.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Here's Thompson. Can't hit that one. Nice D from Porter.
Well, he's much better than that. Really no excuse for missing that lay-in.
A three ball. That one misses. 3 shots all come up empty. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. And the Rockets getting another bucket right there.
Selfless with the rock, Şengün won't hesitate to make a pass out to a ready shooter.
Here's Gordon. And Thompson sends it back. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Nuggets will retain possession. The Rockets making a switch here. 1:31 left in the first quarter. Jokic with the bucket.
Using his size on the interior, Jokic extremely difficult to stop down there.
Here's Green. Rebound by the Nuggets. And here is Murray. Nothing on the board.
And an aggressive inside play there from VanVleet, not letting the foul deny him from getting the shot off.
The Rockets shooting their first free throws of this game.
And their numbers from the line last season, they're good, just not great, about 77% as a team.
And so VanVleet nails both of them. Greg, what's the key thing Fred VanVleet brings to this offense?
I feel like he's really a centering presence, Kevin. The guys can look to him to call the play, to give them their orders, and trust that he's setting them up for success.
Here's Eason after the Nuggets pick up 2. Now here's Green. Westbrook with the steal. Down low. Watson's shot is off.
I like that creativity, double clutching to catch the defender on the way down. I can go for that.
And the 3 ball is good.
Green, impressive range from deep. He knows how dangerous he can be from there.
And Westbrook gets it to go.
How about that wonderful floater he has, showing off an exquisite touch.
Green inside the 3-point line. Saric grabs the board.
He's got to be disappointed with himself on that one. He has got to knock those down.
Watson's shot is off. And so it's the Houston Rockets bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. Defensively, they have gotten after it.
15.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And a chance for just a second now to check out the scoring breakdown for the Rockets.
You know, right from the start, it seemed they got hot from 3-point range, pulling apart the defense and racking up the points, too.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Kevin, the Rockets are making progress. Coach Ime Udoka said it doesn't happen overnight. Changing habits and things like that takes time. Guys learn and grow at a different pace. My thing is getting us all on the same page. We're not that far off. Kevin, they sure look like they're building in the right direction.
David, they are, and some good vets have helped as well. And we thank you for that report. Mark, it has been quite a run for the Nuggets, hasn't it, who have made the playoffs every season since 2019.
And how about this, Kevin? They've only been lower than a 3 seed one time in that span. And that was because Murray missed the season due to injury. They are consistently tough.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
You know, those kinds of plays can be difference makers, game changers, momentum shifters, especially in a close contest where 1 or 2 possessions can impact the outcome.
And a wide open look for Whitmore. It's good from long range. Whitmore's got himself on the board with 3 there.
He can be a forgotten man in their offense sometimes, but the D still has to keep an eye on him.
Houston leading by 6. Shoots the 3. It's hauled in by Michael Porter. At the elbow, it's Šarić. And the layup's good off the glass.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And you know you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
And it's Whitmore missing. Denver with the ball. In the second quarter, they've given up just 3 points. And he lobs it up toward the rim. It's taken away by Smith. And it's the Rockets on the break. On the wing, Holiday. Scoreless thus far.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Yes, that goes in. For years, it seemed like the league was going to go smaller. But lately, Greg, it seems like size is back in fashion.
Yeah, I mean, look at the MVP award, right? Centers and Jokic and Embiid winning it recently. Even Giannis, you know, I wouldn't consider him small. And just overall around the NBA, it feels like bigger teams are having more success.
Şengün. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to be on Šarić.
Smart move by Şengün, sticking with his shot through the foul inside.
Incredible for his age. The decision-making of Şengün, GA, is very impressive.
So calm when he sees a double coming. Reads and reacts with ease when he's on the block or at the nail. Reminds you of a young Jokic with how he sees the game.
Shoots from the high post. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need him. How about that one? Able to maintain control and finish the play.
Yeah, we call that playing through the whistle. You know, he didn't give up on it when he heard the whistle. He kept his focus, his concentration, and he found a way to get the shot up and down.
Pass to Westbrook. Murray right side. Launches from deep. It's rebounded by Houston. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. From deep, Brooks. And it's Jokic with the rebound. The Nuggets trail by 4. .103 left in the first half. Pass to Brown. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook.
Not the best of shot selection there, but you know what? You do not look a gift horse in the mouth.
And here is Brooks. Back to Green. Here's Van Vliet. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And the Rockets lead by 4.
Oh, tricky play by Van Vliet. to beat the close coverage, slipping past there for the finish.
Murray, good.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game plan. Green inside the three-point line. It's rebounded by Najee.
Clearly the defense could have been better there, guys, but he also needs to convert that.
Back to Murray. From past the arc. The shot off that time. Thompson in the post. Misses from close range. And Fred VanVleet is going to pick up a foul. That is his first foul of the game.
First personal foul. First team foul. Substitution on the court.
And stolen by Eason. And that's it for the first half of action in what's been a very close game here. Houston on top. They lead by 2. Time now for the halftime break, with the third quarter soon to follow right here on 2K Sports. And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. The Nuggets trail. GA, if you look back at the Rockets' history, so many all-time greats have spent time there.
Yeah, it's an impressive list, right? Olajuwon, Moses Malone, Calvin Murphy, and Harden. Houston's well represented in the Hall of Fame.
Terrific job by Green, utilizing that world-class speed to get out ahead of everybody else.
And it's Murray penetrating. It's rebounded by Houston. Here's Thompson driving the lane, and it's Thompson with the jam.
And not the prototype power forward, but he has tremendous athletic ability.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Clark, as you look at the career of Aaron Gordon, he has blossomed into an elite role player.
Yeah, and I love the fact that he's done that. He's embraced his role. He's embraced taking fewer shots and playing more defense and getting on the glass more and making hustle plays. Not everybody would do what Aaron has done. It's a credit to him that he's been able to, again, embrace, not just accept, but embrace the role that he serves for that championship team. Green doing work inside. Feels like he can score on just about anybody.
It's Porter outside. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Porter's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Pass to Şengün. Back to Green. Here's Thompson. Now, here's Şengün. Trying to come right back with the 3 of his own. It's no good. Right side, Gordon. Jokic with it. 6 points for him. Thompson with the rebound. Brooks, left side. No good on the 3.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the 3.
Houston leading by 3. Here's Green, and it's Green with the jam.
Jalen Green has some serious hops. Yes, he does.
Pass to Jokic. Here's Brown. Back to Jokic. Fires for 3. It's rebounded by Houston. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Outside, Green. Now VanVleet. He's covered by Murray. Out to Thompson. From deep. Rebound by Murray. The Nuggets trailed by 5. Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. The Nuggets moving the ball around. Here's Jokic. It's rebounded by Şengün. And it's Thompson with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Houston Rockets. Since halftime, they've only allowed 5 points. VanVleet on the wing. And it's Jokic with the rebound.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Kevin, Michael Porter Jr. was the #1 ranked player in high school, but a back injury changed things. He said, my potential may look different now, but as long as I can truly say what I had, I gave it my all, that's all that success should be defined by. Kevin, he grounds himself in gratitude and the work he's put in.
Thanks, D.A. He is a worker and living the dream. Pass to Jokic. Back to Westbrook. And here's Jokic. Jokic hatches his way to finish inside.
Jokic showing you the benefits of that work in the weight room, muscling right through the defender.
And the Rockets making a change here. And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here.
How about a year ago? 82% on his foul shot, so he was reliable when he went to the line.
Yeah, those were fine numbers he posted at the line. It was hard to find fault with anything he did from the stripe.
And we've got a timeout called from Ime Udoka. He wants to talk to his guys.
Here come T-shirts. Get on your feet, fans.
And the Rockets making a change here. The Rockets trail. Holiday looking over the floor. Pass to Whitmore. To the left wing. Out of bounds. Denver takes possession.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Smart, accurate passes, Greg, are really paying off for them at the moment.
And also good off-ball movement. Everyone is paying attention and looking to create the best shot for the team.
Smith outside. Pass to Holiday. Shot to stop the run. Jokic grabs the miss. The Nuggets leading by 3. Outside Westbrook. Here's Jokic. Rockets with the rebound.
Unnecessary to go to the fadeaway there. It wasn't needed. Could have just kept it simple and taken the easy shot.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
Outside Holiday. Pass to Whitmore. Just 3 on the clock. And no good that time. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Denver on top as they end the third quarter with a 13-4 run. And we'll get going. Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. Rockets trailed by 3. Outside Holiday. And he's good on the 3-ball. Holiday's got the first points up on the board here in the fourth for Houston. Pass to Westbrook. At the elbow, it's Saric. 6 on the shot clock. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. And the Nuggets lead by 2.
One thing you can count on with Westbrook, he is always in attack mode. That's 24/7.
To the middle. Here's Şengün. Here's Holiday. Rejected by Murray. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Eason.
Substitution for the Rockets. Whitmore.
We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. Pass to Saric. The kick out to Westbrook. Here's the three. A nice shot by Brown. Brown's got the lead up to 5 now for the Nuggets.
I love seeing Westbrook share the ball like this. Excellent pass that time.
Van Vliet can't get it to go. And it's the Nuggets with the ball. Here's Brown. He's covered by Eason. Saric. And slam dunk by Saric.
You know, once he's in the paint, Saric is ready to throw it down.
Here's Smith. To the inside. Van Vliet can't get it to go. The Nuggets leading by 7. Here's Watson. And Watson slams it in.
Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
You know, they need to stay aggressive here. Build the lead up while they've got the chance. Don't waste this opportunity.
And he's been passive today, but maybe that's what he needs to get him going, because for them to be successful, he's got to be a little more selfish.
All sorts of time. And off the front iron, and in it goes.
And really the story of this second half, one team getting the shots they want, the other not so much.
And that's why you have such a huge gap in the shooting numbers between the teams.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey guys, during that last break, I heard Ime Udoka as he talked with the team. He tore into his guys. He said, your body language is awful right now. You don't even look like you want to play right now. Should I sub in for you? Where's the drive to win? Guys?
All right, thank you, David. Rockets trail by 9. Here's Green. That's all good, and that's his 5th basket of the game. He's shooting 5 for 11 now.
Green finds ways to get it done inside. Really intelligent as a scorer.
To the wing right side. Here's Brown. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Brown's got 6 in the quarter.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Here's Thompson. Then jammed down, and he goes right on top of Aaron Gordon.
Rocketing off the deck. Thompson showing that youthful exuberance.
On pass to Gordon. Thompson with the rebound.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
And you know, guys, always a tough catch on the lob. Placement and timing have to be close to perfect.
Gordon a screen. He lobs it up. And then Gordon with the dunk.
And when Gordon is launched and in the air like that, he's a mesmerizing guy to keep an eye on and just get out of the way.
Stolen by Gordon.
And now as the clock ticks down, this is going to end up as a solid victory here for the Nuggets.
You know, it's tough to put your finger on the deciding factor in this one, but I'd say that the shooting accuracy made the difference.
Yeah, I think you're on point, Kevin. They got better looks, and that tends to lead to a better field goal percentage.
And as one might have guessed coming into this game, it was indeed another big game tonight for Jokic.
Yeah, he was aggressive rebounding the ball tonight. I think his aggressiveness on the glass helped set the tone.
Pass to Jokic. Fires the 3. And again, Denver with the triple.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, you know, once they got victory in their view, a huge injection of energy and a great run to finish it off.
And there's the foul. It's on Jalen Green. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul. Substitution on the court.
And out of bounds as the Rockets gain possession.
Rockets ball.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Outside Holiday. And that time, also a missed shot. And so it's Denver taking care of business in this one. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.